After 64 things men stare at on women when they're turned on, 80% women have no clue. If an older man is genuinely aroused by you, his eyes will expose him long before he ever tries to speak. In those first 10 seconds, his gaze begins a slow, instinctive journey across a few specific parts of your body, not because he chooses to look, but because his desire quietly pulls him there. Most women imagine men look out of simple lust, but mature men look differently. Their eyes move with intention, with restraint, with a kind of controlled hunger they try to hide behind politeness. His eyes reveal the desire he's trying to contain, and the truth he isn't ready to voice. It's Vernon again. In today's video, I'll reveal the 4 parts of your body men stare at when they're genuinely attracted to you. Even if they think they're being subtle, they're silent attraction signals that tell him whether you're approachable, feminine, confident, and emotionally available. But before we begin, if you're here because you want to understand male desire, body language, attraction, and the hidden signals men use to communicate their interest, especially in dating after 60, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support helps me continue sharing these insights about love, romance, and emotional connection. Let's begin this journey by shifting our attention to the first place his desire quietly drifts, a place he tries to glance at without getting caught, because it reveals far more than he intends to show. Has 1. Do your lips, not in a vulgar way, not the way young men might glance at a woman's body with careless hunger. No, when a mature man looks at your lips, he's reading something far deeper. He's measuring your emotional openness. He's studying the softness in your smile. He's watching how your lips part when you breathe, how they curve when you laugh, how they press together when you're listening to him speak. Your lips are one of the most expressive parts of your body. They reveal joy, sadness, tension, comfort, and men, consciously or not, use your lips as a barometer for intimacy. When a man lingers his gaze on your mouth, he's imagining what it would feel like to be closer to you, not just physically, but emotionally. He's wondering, is she warm? Is she guarded? Is she ready to let someone in? I've spoken to men in their 60s and 70s who confess that when they meet a woman they're attracted to, they can't stop noticing her lips. One man told me, "I met a woman at a dinner party, and every time she smiled I forgot what I was saying. Her lips were so expressive, I could see kindness there, I could see life." That's what men notice in your lips after 60. Life, not youth, not perfection, but aliveness, emotional readiness. The kind of softness that says, I am still open, I am still here. If you notice a man glancing at your lips repeatedly during conversation, especially when you're speaking about something meaningful, he's not distracted, he's captivated. His subconscious is telling him, this woman is someone I want to know more deeply. As the ancient Persian wisdom suggests, the lips are the gateway to the soul. A man who watches them is a man who longs to enter. Have you ever caught a man staring at your lips during a conversation? What do you think he was feeling in that moment? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help another woman recognize the signs a man is turned on by her presence. But his gaze doesn't stop at your lips. It travels somewhere, even more revealing. 2. Your neckline and collarbone. This is the feminine grace zone. It represents delicacy, elegance, and a kind of quiet sensuality that doesn't demand attention, but receives it anyway. The issue: when a man looks at your neck and collarbone, he's drawn to the flow of your femininity. The way your collarbone moves when you breathe, the softness of your skin, the gentle curve from your shoulder to your throat. For mature men, this area is deeply evocative. It's not overtly sexual, but it carries a profound romantic charge. The neckline represents vulnerability. It's a place that's rarely touched in casual interaction. And so when a man imagines closeness with you, his eyes drift there instinctively. I'll share something personal. My younger brother John once told me about a woman he was dating in his late 50s. He said, Vernon, I couldn't stop looking at her collarbone. She wore this simple blouse, nothing extravagant, but every time she laughed or leaned forward to listen to me, I could see the delicate line of her collarbone. It was mesmerizing. It made me want to be closer to her, not just physically but emotionally. There was something so graceful about her. It communicates elegance without words. It signals presence without effort. A woman's neck is the bridge between her mind and her heart. A man who gazes there is crossing into deeper territory. When a man stares at your neckline and collarbone, he's imagining intimacy. He's imagining what it would feel like to be close enough to whisper in your ear, to feel the warmth of your skin, to exist in that sacred space where attraction becomes connection. If you notice his eyes drifting to this area, especially when you're speaking softly or leaning in during conversation, understand that his masculine desire cues are surfacing. He's drawn to your femininity and he's wondering if you feel the same pull toward him. But attraction becomes undeniable. In the next place, the issue. #3. Your waist and hips. Have you noticed how a man seems unable to look away when you turn or walk, as if your waist and hips are speaking a language he can't resist? This is where biology speaks louder than culture, louder than age, louder than conscious thought. The waist-hip ratio is one of the oldest evolutionary cues tied to fertility, health, and vitality. Even after 60, when fertility is no longer part of the equation, men still respond to the curves of a woman's waist and hips because they represent balance, grace, and feminine energy. But here's what most women don't realize. Men aren't staring at your waist and hips to measure them. They're watching how you move. They're noticing the flow of your walk, the sway when you stand, the way your body carries itself with confidence and ease. A woman who moves with grace, regardless of her size or shape, becomes magnetic. A man's eyes follow the rhythm of her hips because it communicates vitality, presence, and a kind of primal elegance that transcends age. One man in his 70s told me, "I met a woman at a community event, and the way she walked across the room stopped me in my tracks. It wasn't about her figure, it was about how comfortable she seemed in her own body. She moved like she owned herself, and I couldn't look away." That's what men see in your waist and hips. Self-ownership, confidence, the kind of feminine authenticity that says, "I am comfortable in this body, I am home in myself." In the words of a modern feminist philosopher, the essence of form transcends simple measurement. Curves are not about size, they are about the poetry of motion, the music of presence. If a man's gaze lingers on your waist and hips, especially when you're walking toward his calm nonverbal attraction signs, his body is responding to yours. His attraction is deepening from mental interest to physical desire. You can share this video with a friend who needs to understand what men find irresistible. These insights could change how she sees herself and how she recognizes attraction in the men around her. Yet even these curves don't hold his gaze the longest. Something else does. #4. Your full silhouette. After scanning the details, your lips, your neckline, your curves, a man's eyes zoom out. He takes in the whole of you. Not just your body, but the way you inhabit space, the way you stand, the way light moves around you, the energy you carry. This is where attraction becomes holistic. It's no longer about individual features, it's about the harmony of your entire being. Your silhouette shows confidence, authenticity, and flow. It shows how you move through the world, whether you're tense or relaxed, guarded or open, self-conscious or self-assured. I'll share my own story. She was standing near a window and the evening light was baking her figure. I couldn't see her face clearly, but I was transfixed by her silhouette. There was something so graceful, so present about the way she stood. When she finally turned and smiled, I realized I'd been staring. Why, not because of her body, but because of the aura she carried. Her presence was magnetic, a beautiful insight into female self-acceptance, as articulated by a contemporary psychologist. A silhouette is not what a woman hides, It is what she reveals about the life she has lived and the peace she has made with herself. Your full silhouette communicates everything a man needs to know about your emotional state. Are you comfortable? Are you confident? Are you at ease in your own skin? These silent messages speak louder than words. When a man stares at your full silhouette, he's no longer analyzing, he's absorbing, he's feeling. He's asking himself, is this the woman I want to be near? Is this the woman I can't forget? And there's something beautifully quiet about this level of attraction. Because a silhouette doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't demand attention. It draws it naturally. A woman's full outline tells a man whether she has made peace with her past, whether she carries herself with softness or strain, whether she moves from fear or from freedom, and men, especially in their later years, respond to that truth instantly. Your silhouette is the story your body tells without effort. The issue, it's the sum of your strength, your softness, your wisdom, your years, your healing. And when a man lingers on that view, he's not just admiring you. He's recognizing something rare, a woman who has come home to herself. Never underestimate that power. A silhouette is not simply seen, it is felt. And the man who feels it will never forget the moment his gaze first settled there. If you found this insight valuable, save this video so you can return to it whenever you need to remind yourself of your power, your presence, and the quiet signals that reveal a man's true desire. Go by now. You clearly understand the 4 areas men stare at when they are truly attracted. A man's eyes reveal what his words often cannot. Why? Who he admires, who captivates him, and who he can't forget. Understanding these masculine desire cues gives you power, but not to manipulate, but to recognize when a man sees you, truly sees you, and is moved by what he finds. An ancient Greek philosopher taught that true longing requires participation. Desire does not live in the eyes alone. It lives in the space between looking and being seen, where 2 souls decide whether to step closer. Attraction after 60 is not about youth. It's not about perfection. It's about the quiet confidence of a woman who knows herself, who moves with grace, who speaks with warmth, and who allows herself to be seen fully, authentically, unapologetically. Has a man ever looked at you in a way that said more than words? Share your moment in the comments below. Your insight may help another woman see her beauty clearly and understand the romantic chemistry signs she's been missing. The issue, if you enjoyed this video and want more insights on dating psychology for women, female psychology insights, and how to attract men after 60, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and explore our other videos on love, connection, and high-value woman traits. And I'm Vernon.